Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be doing a book haul. It's been a long time coming. These I didn't get these books like all just yesterday or anything like that. I think this has been building up since September or October, and I just wanted to share them with you. So let's just get right into it. Sorry again for disappearing. I know I say that all the time. I am hoping to be active on this channel again. I'll get a little bit more into future video plans at the end of this video if you're interested in that. So the first book that we have here is We Are Not Alone by Mark Hartzman. You guys definitely don't know this about me because I haven't talked about it on this channel, but when I was younger, like in elementary school and high school, I had a very big obsession with UFOs and alien abductions and all of that. And there's been a lot more talk within the past few years about UFOs and aliens because the government recently admitted that yes, UFOs exist. So it's kind of been talked a little bit more in the mainstream, I guess. So I came across this book actually in a record store, and I just knew that I had to have it because my very favorite book about UFOs and aliens I lost a long time ago when I was a kid, and I needed another UFO book. This one actually came out pretty recently. It came out in 2023. It's pretty much, from what I could see, just a history of UFOs and aliens and everything like that. Just from skimming and reading the back of the book, I see that they talk about Project Blue Book, the Great Wow, which you'll know what both of those are if you're familiar with the UFO community. I just really think that I'm going to enjoy going back and just kind of revisiting the subject that I so loved when I was really young. And I'm sure since this book was only written a few years ago, there's going to be, some more updates as far as that as well. A drawing here by Betty and Barney Hill. If you're familiar with the UFO community or phenomenon at all, you definitely know those names. Oh my gosh, J. Allen Hynek, that's a name I haven't seen in forever. This is a really nice still. This is from Fire in the Sky. I love the dedication. It says to the people of Earth and whoever else. That's what the table of contents looks like. Just looking through it, the print is relatively big. Oh, that's so cool. So while it is kind of, I wouldn't necessarily say chunky, but the writing is fairly big. So I think that I can, you know what, honestly, if I start like on a Saturday morning or something, I could probably get through this in one day. So yeah, I'm just so excited to read this book. I just can't wait to get into it and go down memory lane and possibly learn about some other things that have been going on with the UFO phenomenon lately. This next book I actually got at a book sale of a store that was closing, so it was actually free. All I had to do was read the title and I knew I wanted it, and it is Enjoying Birds Around New York City. I'm sure you could tell from the state of the book that it was written a long time ago. It's from 1966. And it just kind of talks about, as the title suggests, all the kind of birds that you can find around New York City. A lot of it looks like it is kind of like this. There's a bird and then a picture and a description, but there's also sections where it tells you where you can find said birds. Check out the end pages here, have a map, and then it says to see pages 55 through 124 if you want to reference the places that they're talking about in the book, which is really cool. I'm just really happy to have this book, and I look forward to going through and reading more about birds and seeing kind of what's changed about the ecosystem since then. Like what birds may or may not still be found around New York City. I love having informational books like these too. It was kind of one of those books where I was like, if I don't get this, I'm going to regret it, and it's free, so I just had to have it. The next book I actually got at the same bookstore that I got the Enjoying Birds in New York City book, and it is The Joy Luck Club by Amy Tan. And similarly, as soon as I saw this book, I knew I had to take it because it is one of my favorite books of all time. This book is about four Chinese immigrant mothers and their daughters, and throughout the book, they're sharing stories about culture, family, past experiences, what it's like living in America versus what it's like living in China. And yeah, as I said, one of my favorite books of all time. The movies is also one of my favorite movies of all time. So again, once I saw this book, I was like, yes, have to have it. So now we are going to move into the books that I have acquired that were kind of published a little bit more recently. The first book I have here is A Box Full of Murders by Janice Hallett. For those of you who don't know, Janice Hallett is one of my auto-buy authors. So as soon as I saw that this book existed, I had to go ahead and get it. I was so excited about reading it. I thought I was going to read it literally the day I got it, but here it is June and I still haven't read it. And I think I got this book in like September or October. I actually have a vlog going right now that has been 6 or 7 months in the making where I read this book along with another one of Janice Hallett's newer books that I got the same day. That book is called The Killer Question. Might as well get it out right here now that I'm talking about it. Hey guys, I just wanted to pause here really quick and say I have no idea why, but for some reason I did not include this book, The Killer Question, in my book haul itself. Like I didn't count it as a book that I had hauled. No idea why I didn't do that because I literally got it the same day that I received Box Full of Murders, as I mentioned in this video. I didn't include it. It's also not included in the end of the video when I hold all the books that I've hauled. But yeah, just wanted to let you know, pretend that I included it here in this book haul because it's very much so part of the books that I have hauled recently. But yeah, in the vlog, I focus on reading these two books, and The Killer Question was the first one I read. I already finished that. So obviously the vlog won't be complete or posted until I read this book. This book haul video will definitely be out before the vlog where I read this is out. So once the vlog is posted, I will link it down below. So if you watch this further in the future, you could just go ahead and click it. If you don't know anything about Janice Hallett's books, they're pretty much all epistolary novels, which are my favorite type of books to read. This book is about a sibling pair who find an old box in their attic that references a cold case where someone was murdered. And so the book is told in a series of different things like letters, newspaper articles, and things like that. Just giving a little preview here. But yes, this book is definitely one of my priorities. Finishing that vlog is one of my priorities as well. And now that I'm holding this book and talking about it, I actually feel like I am going to be getting into that sooner rather than later because I've had this book for way too long. I have to read it. It is the first in a series as well. I really love Janice Hallett's adult books, so I'm really excited about digging into this book. I believe it's middle grade. Next, we have 1+1 by Jojo Moyes. This book is about a single mother who takes her daughter to a math competition, and along the way, they cross paths with a wealthy man, and the story goes on from there about what happens between them. This book my mom actually gave to me. She read it and said it was really good and thought that I might like it. I do own one other JoJo Boys book, and I actually really did love this book. I haven't read it in a few years, but it's The Giver of Stars. This is more so a historical fiction about a bunch of women who kind of run this traveling library. It was a really good book. There were parts of it that I thought were, slow and that weren't my favorite, but for the most part, I do remember really enjoying it. So while this book seems to be kind of more on the romance side, and romance isn't really a genre that I read enough of, I do have faith that I'll at least like some aspects of this book. And hello, my mom gave it to me, so I have to read it. The next book I have here is The Hallmarked Man. This is the latest book in the Cormoran Strike series, written by Robert Galbraith, which is a pen name that J.K. Rowling writes under. This series I have been reading since the beginning, and I think it's okay. I kind of just want to figure out what it is that happens because I'm interested in how Strike's life goes rather than the mysteries themselves. I will say there were two of the mysteries that I was really invested in. Some of the other books have kind of been hit or miss. I got this book for Christmas thinking that it was the next in the series, but Google led me the wrong way. Apparently, there is one book before this, which is The Running Grave, and that is the book that I really should have been asking for rather than this. Back in November of 2022, I think it was, I had the Ink Black Heart on one of my TBRs. I will link that video down below if you want to see that. Yeah, I still haven't read it. Very, very embarrassing. But yeah, so this book is my next priority. I have to get The Running Grave, and then I will be reading The Hallmarked Man. I do not plan on letting this book sit around for 4 years like I did the other one. Compared to the Ink Black Heart and another book in the series, Troubled Blood, this book is actually a lot shorter, so I don't think it'll take me that long to get through once I do get to it. I didn't even read what this book is about because obviously, as I mentioned, I still have two other books that I have to read in this series. The series itself, though, is about a private detective named Cormoran Strike and a woman that he works with named Robin, and they solve cases, solve murder mysteries, stuff like that. I wouldn't say they are standalones necessarily. There is like interpersonal things that happen, with Strike and Robin. So yeah, I will get to this book eventually, hopefully sooner rather than later, because again, I don't want it to sit around for years before I read it. Alrighty, and now for the last two books, which I am most excited about. We have The Will of the Many by James Islington and The Strength of the Few by James Islington, or maybe it's Islington is the S silent. I don't know. These two books are the first in a four-book fantasy series called the Hierarchy series. The first book in the series is The Will of the Many, and we are introduced to a character named Viz who enters this elite private academy. He enters this academy undercover, but the thing of it is, he is going undercover with a secret mission, but at the same time, the person he is conspiring with also doesn't know who he is because he is hiding his true identity from not only the people in the school, but the person that he's supposed to be in cahoots with on this secret undercover mission. I first picked up this book from my library towards the end of 2024, and I couldn't finish it in time, so I returned it. Then I got it back towards the beginning of 2025, and I reread what I had read again. So this will be my third read through of the beginning of the book. I don't even care though because I enjoy it so much. I just really love the world. I think the magic system is really interesting as well. And I'm just totally entertained by what's going on. And that has not happened in so long with the book. I mean, obviously, as I said, this is going to be my third time rereading at least the first 200 something pages. So, yes, I asked for this book for Christmas and my sister got it for me, but then she looked it up and said, "Oh, the sequel just came out too." And I was like, "Yeah, it did just come out." And she's like, "Well, I'll just get that for you as well." So she got me the sequel, The Strength of a Few. And again, I am just so excited to read these books. These are going on my priority list. And since I'm enjoying this series so far, I don't think it's going to take me that long to get through them once I start reading them. I wanted to share though. So this is what the cover looks like. But I just noticed this today when I was looking at the book more closely. If you open up the dust jacket, this is the cover that I had when I got it from the library. This is actually my preferred cover, the one on the bottom, so I guess it's like a reversible cover, but I like to keep my books at as pristine condition as I can, so I don't think I'm going to be bending it to that. But this is my preferred cover, this one on the front. And then with The Strength of the Few, this is the kind of reverse alternative cover. I think it's really interesting that the library chose, well, for Will of the Many, like, but this style of cover. And my library actually tapes the cover on the book, so I was like unable to open it. And I didn't even realize that there was like a reverse side. So I thought that was very interesting. Check out the inside. I love that so much. So yeah, as I mentioned, these books are definitely going to be priority, so stay tuned for that vlog. I will link that down below once that vlog is done. Also, I don't think you're going to be able to tell, but the pages, like the edges here on The Strength of the Few are kind of this like off grayish color, whereas this is just white. I don't know, maybe it's a very light sprayed edge. I know you can't really tell from the video because of my awful camera, but yeah, okay, you can kind of see here. Yeah, that's not because the book is dirty. It's like brand new. It just came out in November. And again, I've been keeping it in pristine condition as I can. This is actually the most I've handled these books since I've gotten them. Same with the Hallmarked Man, but that's very interesting. I mean, if it is a sprayed edge, cool, then it's my first book that I own that have a sprayed edge. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching the first ever book haul that I have ever had on my channel. I am so looking forward to reading all of these books. Again, I would definitely say that priority books are going to be Box Full of Murders, the Hierarchy series, and the Hallmarked Man, but I know I'm going to enjoy reading all of these. Stay tuned to my channel for my thoughts on these books once I get to them. Again, I'm going to be vlogging the Box Full of Murders and the Hierarchy series for sure. And the others you will definitely see in a wrap up. I don't know about the Birds Around New York City, though. I don't know if that's something I'm going to sit around in one sitting and read. That's probably something I'm just going to keep for reference. So besides the two vlogs that I referenced here, another video that you should look for on my channel that's coming out is my November wrap up. Yes, you heard that right. My November 2025 wrap up. I know it's June 2026, but yes, we are going to be posting a November 25 wrap up. So the story behind that is I filmed it, started editing it, never finished editing it, but I did work really hard on that video, so I'm going to go ahead and put it out. I mean, it's becoming standard SOP on my channel, right? I mean, come on, back in December, I posted a vlog from January 2025 in December of 2025. So it is what it is. Let me know down below if you read any of these books, and if you liked them, please keep everything civil and spoiler free. Or feel free to let me know about any books that you've hauled recently, or if you're like me and you accumulated the books over a long period of time. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you have a great day. Bye.